Welcome to my new Dayz series, Girl in the Red Hood. In this series, the girl in the red hood has to travel around the entire main island and survive. She dies once and it's over. We're on Xbox server 7609. The server is often packed and we know the greatest threat to survival is other players. But you know me, I'm gonna mix it up with the locals, maybe make some friends along the way. It'll probably be my downfall. Well, I hope this series adds value to your life, and I'll do my best to read all of your comments in the following episode. Enjoy. Welcome to episode 2. The red X is where we started, the blue X is how far we made it in episode 1. So you can see this journey is going to take a while, unless it gets ended prematurely by some crazy monster here on the server. We have our girl, the survivor in the red hood, and the goal is to go all the way around the map. So I'm glad you're joining me for this journey. Episodes on Tuesday and Thursday, at least until we die. We got our first bleed of the series right here. Episode 1, we did well, getting that hood, getting that backpack. I'm happy with that. Every episode I ask you a question to respond to, and then I read your comments in the following episode. Last time I had an interesting one. I asked you something you own of sentimental value, and you guys gave me some great answers. I'll read those out in a little bit. Today I want to keep the question a little bit more lighthearted, kind of a little bit more fun. Tonight, good news. You get to eat at any restaurant of your choosing, and you don't have to pay for it. Where are you going? Where are you going? If you want to include even like what city it's in or anything like that, that would be cool. I'm fascinated by regular places where regular folks live. Can't get enough of that stuff on YouTube. But anyway, the pitchfork. How do you feel about that pitchfork? It's kind of a weird weapon, right? Like, it's good if you get the timing right, I guess. But the timing can be tricky. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and trade up for the sweater and get warm. Sweater's surprisingly warm, even though it's all torn up. I feel like I have a sweater like that in my closet. It's like one of those ones with like kind of the Triscuit type pattern on it, like a Triscuit cracker. And it's comfortable, but I don't know. I feel like I have one of those. Do you have one of those? And we are just making the best we can, making do with this farming hoe. Shout out to Stephen Price for no reason. If you know, you know. Anyway, trying to see if this thing can get us some bark, and it can't. Early game struggles of blades and fire, staying warm, trying to get to that second level of the early game where you're getting some food. I know it's kind of a lot. Something we can use the farming hoe for, though, is getting rags. At least that's something. But we're going to have to get some food, preferably some warmer pants. I'm carrying some stupid stuff. But I got those sticks, and it feels like they have some value because we're going to have fires all the time. And we do have the backpack, so I guess we can go with that. For the question, I think I'm going plot twist. P.F. Chang's? Is that underwhelming? I mean, most of you are probably going with some steakhouse or something. I don't know. I don't like kind of like the super formal. I guess P.F. Chang's is mildly formal. I just haven't had P.F. Chang's in a long time. I was walking around a shopping center out here. We saw one, my wife and I, and she's like, we haven't had that in a while. And I was like, yeah, we haven't. So now I got a thing. I got to get some P.F. Chang's. It's kind of expensive, not crazy expensive, but I'm going P.F. Chang's. Where are you going tonight for dinner? On me, of course. Just tell them when they give you the bill, just say, oh, sauce will cover it. They'll know what you mean. Yeah, you get the bill, it's like $150. Oh, sauce will cover it. And the waiter goes, I got you. Yeah, they know. They all know. Java, you said last episode, I've inherited, this is interesting, I've never heard a human being say this before. I've inherited a family toaster from my dad. It's built like a tank, and it uses a motor to raise the toast up when it's done. It reminds me of mornings getting ready for school back when all of us kids were growing up. Just the sound of this toaster brings me back to great memories. That is really, really cool, Java. I've never heard someone say a toaster, talk about a toaster, have a toaster with sentimental value, even if it was given to them for their wedding or something. But that is cool. built like a tank, and it like raises the toast up when it's done. Those type of things that bring you back. Yeah, getting ready for school, all that stuff. Corey says, what is special to me is my first gun, a 22 LR. Heritage Rough Rider revolver from my grandpa. He gave it to me for Christmas. That is a great grandpa right there. Giving you a 22 for Christmas. I bet that thing was dead on accurate. Some of those 22s that are kind of heavy, they just stay locked on target, man. There's like no recoil. That's how I'm picturing it. But maybe it was a lightweight one. Corey also said, I wonder how a 22 long rifle, 22 LR ammo, can do in the zombie apocalypse. Not just revolvers, but the semi-automatic pistols or rifles, bolt-action rifles, single-action shot breech loader rifles. Have fun. I'm enjoying your videos, and I'm enjoying talking to you. Those that drive trains are called engineers, but they still have a conductor. Because I couldn't remember. What do you call a train driver? Last episode. Thank you. Yeah, so reading the rest of your comment. But as far as the 22, what do you guys think in the comments? How would a 22 do in the zombie apocalypse? I think a 22 do just fine. My opinion. I think the Sporter 22 would be a genius weapon against other zombies for sure. And in reality, it would scare off a sassy human for sure. Right? I mean, because it's a gun, and dude, you don't have like emergency rooms. You get one of those little 22 rounds bouncing around in you, you're probably gunzo. It might take a while. Like you might take a while for you to go. So it's not great for stopping the threat immediately, but it would send people running. And for zombies, I mean, headshot's a headshot, right? I have had bad experiences with the magazine-fed handguns. 22 caliber magazine-fed handguns jam up like crazy. Tip, if that's you, CCI Mini-Mag ammo is the best one in my experience. What do you guys think? How would a 22 do? We are just in desperate need here as the girl in the red hood. Just desperately looking for a blade. Need a blade. Need something. Looting these houses. But we're starting to get into desperation mode. We're cold. And food is dropping fast. And that temperature is going to start dropping fast. It gives you those 3 down arrows pretty quick when that heat buff is gone. So, yeah, we got to get a fire going. We got to get some food in our belly. We need a blade badly. And this is rough. All right, well, hoping that this zombie will drop me something nice. We got a flashlight. Does that help? Oh, man, this journey around the world. Just getting out of the early phase of fresh spawn is tough. And then once we do, we're not heading inland. We're staying on the coast. Hopefully we can get scary looking enough that people will stay away. I don't know. Maybe looking scary causes people to run at you to try to get your stuff. But we are officially starving, y'all. Girl in the red hood. Starving. She punches out her grandma. Matches! Matches. Huge. I was looking for a blade so I could start a fire, but finding matches, even better. Well, even better for starting a fire quickly. We're still going to need something. We got to catch some fish. We're still going to need something to gut and prepare those fish. I can't remember at this point if I can gut and prepare the fish with the farming hoe. I don't think so, though. And those sticks are coming in handy. I still think you should be able to use like ruined clothing, like those hand wrappings for kindling. Nothing like cooking up a Pepsi. However, I am traumatized because the last 2 times I've cooked up a soda, I've gotten shot while doing so. Hopefully not this time. Bishop says, I'm a bit sentimental about my Bible. Can't remember where I actually got it from originally, but I've had it a long time. It's gotten me through some tough times of struggle and glorious times of praise. Sometimes I think about getting a new one because it's in pretty rough shape. But then I remember something a pastor once told me. A man with a Bible that is falling apart usually isn't falling apart himself, so I keep it. Blessings, brother. Thanks for another great adventure. That is an awesome comment. What a great quote. I love that. A man with a Bible that is falling apart usually isn't falling apart himself. Drinking the Pepsi. Didn't get murdered. Got to drink the Pepsi. Got 2 heat buffs and bought ourselves just enough time to try to catch some fish. Still not 100% sure, and I'm very doubtful that the farming hoe or the pitchfork will allow ourselves to gut and prepare that fish. You already know, I bet. I didn't know when I was playing this. I was just hoping on hope. Because that Pepsi did not buy us a lot of time. It bought us a little time, but not a lot. Stephen Price says, my books, they're sentimental to me. They let me travel and see so much without leaving home. That is a cool perspective. Thanks, Stephen Price. And Stephen Price is the originator of the phrase that we yell out often on this channel, for no reason. So, shout out to Stephen Price. Ash's Antics has a great YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. He's a good dude. He's a good friend. He says, I had a few things in the past that had a lot of sentimental value, but I lost them. But right now, I have a Bible that means a lot. I had an elderly lady give me the Bible 7 years ago. I've had multiple Bibles in my life, real expensive ones. But this one is dear to my heart because it's the first one I really read and understood. I read it and wrote in it so much that it's falling apart. She ended up passing away from cancer, but that cheap Walmart Bible means a lot to me. And when I pass, it will be my son's. Well, that's special, Ashes. Thanks for sharing that. Will says, I wouldn't add to the game, but I would remove getting cut when you're gathering kindling with bare hands. I break sticks and branches with my bare hands frequently, and I don't have that issue. I think you're talking about in real life, right? Because in the game, you can get cut. All right, we're going to catch a bunch of fish here. I kind of just chopped it up just to make it a little bit more efficient. But anyway, as far as an item of value, it would be my folding camping knife. It also has a spoon and a fork. My dad gave it to me on family vacation in Yellowstone, 1987. Good night. God bless. Hey, thanks for sharing that. That sounds like a special item right there. Someone had a fire right here. They left their wellies. That's a good place to have a fire, don't you think? Right there. Alright, we got 3 fish. And I think I would like to have a fire there as well. And in all my wisdom, I thought I would start a new fireplace instead of just, I think you could just add to the fireplace there and reuse it, right? I could just, but I guess it's all about the same, whatever. Wayne says, you can leave notes on some servers. I've seen a train as well. Very cool. Yeah, it must be like a modded server or something. Stephen Price, Fresh Spawns did a train. Yeah, so Fresh Spawns did one. Very cool. Very cool. Because we talked about how cool it would be to have a train. Boom! Get him. Yeah, I didn't really want to leave this body right here because then people know someone's in the area. Well, it kind of blends in there, I guess. Got our second bleed. And we're going to have to start thinking about bandages soon. Odds are we'll find one on a dead freshie somewhere, but... Alright, moment of truth. We have our fireplace next to someone else's fireplace. And let's see if we can cut up these fish. Inventory issues. Got our sharpened stick. We got our fishing pole. Let's see. Will anything allow me to cut up these fish? Huge moment. No. Negative. Not good. Alright. That's a rough one. I knew it was kind of doubtful, but we got 3 fish. We just got to find a way to cut them up, which is kind of a shame, because in a real life situation, when you're hungry, you just freaking eat the fish. Make it work. Cut it open with something. And I always forget about picking up rocks and making a stone knife. Some of you may be shouting that out. Let's see what I leave here. I think I might make the mistake of leaving my fishing rod. Sometimes I make dumb decisions. Let's see what I do here. I got it. Okay. Alright. Dwight Fisk says animal companions. That'd be cool if you could find a dog and train a dog to be your dog. That would be cool. Ian says, I struggle to feel sentimental about items, but I do have some of my daughter's first clothes and toys that I could never let go, and I suppose they count. And then you mentioned that you couldn't see the map markers because of the little pop-ups at the end of the video, so I'll fix that. Thanks. I appreciate you, and you the man. DCWL Gaming. Go subscribe to his channel. Hi, Sauce. How's it going? One thing I would keep with me till the day I die would be my Teddy. He has been with me since I was born and never left my side. He did have some rips on his joints, but they have been fixed, if that's what you meant, and look better again. Nice. And Ryan says first. Ryan's the first. Ryan somehow finds my videos before they even go public. I think Ryan's a hacker. Ryan, are you like a bot hacker? I don't think so. Ryan, I appreciate you. You subscribe. You comment on all my Dayz videos. Every single one. I appreciate you. Well, that's all of our comments from last episode. All right, look at this. Found a drink. That's nice. Keep us alive that much longer. It's frozen, though. That Pepsi didn't do bad. It got us from red into yellow. But this is just... We're spending the whole episode in this little fishing village just trying to get our foundation set so we can get cooking, you know. Literally and figuratively. I meant it figuratively. But now let's listen. What's that? A mystery. Oh my goodness. How did this person die like that? Did someone kill them, do you think? Alright, we got bandages. We got the hatchet. Huge find. We can gut and prepare our fish with that hatchet. But who or what took this person's life? How is it that they are laying like that? Do you think it was an F-11? The way the stuff was laid out? Was the hatchet on the ground? Do you think it was zombies? Do you think it was another player? Could it have been starvation or dehydration? They have a knife. We're getting loaded up. We're 30 for 30 on our backpack. That gun is just taking up too much space. And it would be a shame if there's not a mag in it and I don't put the mag in it to save that space. There's a lighter there. Please grab the lighter. Please grab the lighter. Well, I guess I have matches. What did you think of that exchange? I always panic a bit when I see a body like that. And I'm going to do the risky thing and have a fire right across the little road from that dead body. I don't know how that person died. The way they fell back into the wall like that kind of lets me think that it was combat of some kind. They lose a fist fight. And I think that the hatchet was on the ground, so the hatchet was in their hand. I don't know. What's your theory? Let it fly. Let your theories fly. All right, we're going to cook up these fish and then head northwest. So the fish got cooked up. Skipped over that because it was boring. You're like, the whole video is boring, bro. Got me. Self-burn. Self-burn. Well, hey, put True Warrior in the comments if you finished the episode. Girl in the Red Hood. Huge break at the end of this video. Got the hatchet, cooked up the fish, got the heat buffs going. As you can see, I'm a bit panicked because that body, that whoever killed that could still be there. So we're just going to head up into the trees. Look at the snow falling. What a beautiful map. Absolutely beautiful. Brutal and beautiful. we're gonna eat these fish and then head into the next town. And next episode, we're in the city, y'all. For sure, on Tuesday, we will be in the city. We just hit Red Food. We have 2 hatchets. We have a 22 caliber magazine-fed handgun, belly full of fish. Girl in the Red Hood, huge progress today. Not geographically, but survival-wise. Well, thank you for watching. Next episode, we descend into the city. And if you're an astute observer of the intro, you know some things are going down. All right, good night. God bless. We're going to keep gaming straight through the apocalypse.